Let's face it, standardized test prep is broken. Thousands of students spend hours grinding through questions and still do not improve. Too often, students waste hours on generic practice that does not actually target their weaknesses. At AceRocket, we developed our own approach, one that is more personalized, more efficient, and more aligned with how students actually learn. We call it the AAA method, which stands for Active, Adaptive, and AI-Powered Learning. This model is designed to help students make faster progress, gain a deeper understanding of the tricky questions that show up on the SAT math section, ultimately improving their score faster than traditional resources. The first A stands for active learning. Decades of educational research show that students learn best when they engage directly with the material, not just by watching videos or reading textbooks, but by actively solving problems and applying what they know. Active learning shifts students away from passive review and toward experience-based understanding. In traditional learning, students usually gather information from books or online sources, then perhaps discuss it with a tutor or classmate, but active learning flips that approach. Students begin by tackling problems or working on a mini-project. Through that process, they discover what they know and what they do not, and can immediately begin correcting mistakes and filling knowledge gaps. That is why we strongly recommend students begin their SAT prep not by reading a prep book or watching long videos, but by taking a diagnostic test. Some students are hesitant at first. They might say, "I am already struggling in math. Why would I want to take a test?" But the diagnostic is not about scoring or ranking. It is simply there to help students discover what they are already good at and what they need to work on. It gives them a clear picture of where to focus so their time is not wasted on things they already know. And the best part? It is short. Just 15 to 30 questions, usually taking 15 to 30 minutes. This small step sets everything else in motion and helps students study smarter from day one. Once the diagnostic is complete, we move into the second A, adaptive learning. Based on each student's performance, our platform automatically generates a personalized study plan. The topics are carefully selected and prioritized to match that student's unique strengths and weaknesses. That means no two students follow the exact same path, even if they scored the same on a practice test. One student might need more support with nonlinear equations, while another might struggle with geometry or data analysis. Our system detects those differences and builds a custom plan that fits each learner, so every minute of study time counts. It is similar to how companies like Amazon recommend products. When you buy one item, the system suggests others based on your browsing and purchase history. We apply the same idea to test preparation. If a student struggles with interpreting linear graphs, our platform recommends targeted practice on slope, intercepts, and word problems involving lines. If they are strong in algebra but weak in statistics, their study plan will shift accordingly. The goal is simple: help students study smarter, not harder, by focusing on what matters most for them. The third A stands for AI-powered support. With thousands of curated SAT math questions in our system, we use machine learning algorithms combined with real-time performance data to make smart recommendations as students practice. Every answer a student gives is tracked automatically. If they get a question wrong, they do not just see the correct answer. They get a full step-by-step solution right away. Every mistake becomes a chance to learn. Our AI then uses that data to update their study plan continuously. As their skills improve, the system adapts, offering harder questions when they are ready, or revisiting key concepts when needed. This continuous feedback loop is what makes the AceRocket learning experience both adaptive and intelligent. One of the biggest reasons students procrastinate or give up on SAT prep entirely is that it feels overwhelming. When you hand a teenager a 700-page prep book or send them a list of 50 video lessons, it is easy to see why they might lose motivation. That is why a key part of our approach is bite-sized practice. Short, focused sessions that fit into a busy student's schedule and still deliver real, measurable progress. When learning feels manageable, students are far more likely to stay consistent and succeed. We know that most students have limited time. Between school, extracurriculars, sports, and other responsibilities, they may only have 10 to 20 minutes a day to devote to SAT prep. So instead of asking them to block off long study sessions, we help them focus on targeted skills each day. Our system identifies the highest impact areas for improvement and recommends just a handful of practice problems in those topics. That way, every minute counts. This method is not only more efficient but also more sustainable. By breaking prep into manageable chunks, students are far more likely to stay consistent, which leads to real, measurable progress. And as they complete each day's practice, the progress tracker updates automatically, giving them a clear sense of how far they have come and what to focus on next. That brings us to one of our most useful features, the real-time performance dashboard. Students can instantly see how they are doing across key categories like algebra, geometry, advanced math, and problem-solving and data analysis. We also break things down further into subtopics such as percentages, linear inequalities, and functions. This clear visual breakdown helps students know exactly where they stand and what they should focus on next. Unlike other tools that simply tell you how many questions you got right or wrong, our dashboard provides deeper insight. It highlights your top strengths and areas that need improvement. So instead of feeling lost in a pile of random problems, students always know what they are working on and why. Our adaptive engine uses this data to adjust each student's learning path in real time. As they improve in one area, the system shifts focus to the next challenge, keeping the learning curve balanced and productive. This is one of the biggest differences between AceRocket and other SAT platforms. Most tools offer content, but they do not offer guidance. They show you problems, but not where to start, how much to do, or when to move on. We believe students should never have to guess their way through SAT prep. With personalized feedback and a living, evolving plan, they can stay focused, efficient, and confident from start to finish.